Hey, what's up, my friends? I'm back. Here we go with a new live stream number 17, I guess. I played probably a couple extra, which were private events, but here we go, 17 live so far, and free. Hey, what's up, my friends? I'm back. Here we go with a new live stream number 17, I guess. I played probably a couple extra, which were private. Yeah, as I was saying, I'm gonna play some songs, of course, as usual, almost all new songs, and then I'm gonna play a couple of classics. And yeah, you can come up with a lot of questions and stuff. It's a pleasure to be here to play for you guys. And I'm gonna play the first song I'm gonna play today is a brand new song. It's called "Devil You Know." And that's probably the most challenging song of the songs I'm gonna play today. And the song goes like this. All right, that was Devil You Know. So today we are live on Stage It, on Show for Me, on my YouTube channel, on Facebook, my Facebook page, and Twitch for the second time. And yeah, so what's up with you guys? Let me see who is online right now. Let me take a look at Stage It. All right, Antoine, good to see you, my friend. Also, Confadzl, hello, how you doing? Glenda is online, hello. And let me see on YouTube. I get some notifications here through StreamYard. Evan, how you doing, buddy? So, thank you very much for coming online and seeing me playing for the 17th time in probably 12 months. And yeah, as I said before, I'm going to play a lot of new songs. And I did that also in the previous live, which was about 1 month ago. But there are a couple of new songs that I wrote in the last couple of weeks, I think. Now I'm going to play yeah, a song that I wrote about 1 year ago, which was probably the first song of the new of the next upcoming album, which is going to be probably released before the end of 2021. The songs are kind of ready. I just need to arrange them a little bit in a different way and mix the material. So the song is called Euphoria. And that's a song I basically used last year for a demo of a plugin of a company I work with, which is Mercurial Audio. The VST instrument was called Euphoria, and I got a vision for that song first because of the sound, but also because of the let's say the feelings I got from playing and improvising using this amp emulator. And this song is called Euphoria. It's a really melodic song, and it goes like this. I mean, it's a really melodic song in my way. Yeah. Yeah, so that was Euphoria. Let me do something here. All right. Here we go. And let me check some comments. A lot of comments. Let me see. Maybe I can show you the comments if I share the screen. Let's try. I don't know how it's going to turn out, so I like to improvise sometimes. Let's see. Da-da-da-da. This is on Stage It. I don't know if you see that. Anyways, we have some comments here. Antoine, woo, that sucked. Yeah, probably it was the beginning. Something happened. I don't know. There was a feedback. There was another me starting to talk, and there is enough with just one me. So I had to kind of mute the other one. And I love you too, by the way. Let me see. Where are you from? I'm from. Well, that's a difficult question because I'm actually from all over the place. No, I'm kidding. I'm Italian, born and raised in Italy, and then have been all over the place. And now, in this moment, I'm in Norway, where I live since probably 12 years now. And you were probably guessing where I was because of my accent. Yeah, a mix between Italian and Norwegian accent, probably. Anyways, Antoine says, I love the wah slide part. There is no wah, by the way. There is no wah. I don't know what you mean with wah. Probably you mean just, the effect is kind of a wah effect, but I'm not using the wah. I'm just using the volume pedal. So I just reduce the attack of the pick, which I'm not using anyways because I'm using the finger there. But so it gives some kind of psychedelic effect in a way. Now, let me see. Let me go back to me. Evan says, sounds very good. Thank you very much. I hope it sounds good. So if there is something that I need to fix along the way, just tell me that. I did a couple of sound checks, so everything should be okay. I'm using some different gear that I acquired during the last couple of weeks, so it should be everything all right this time. Even if the beginning was not exactly 100% all right, but now I fixed that, so it's okay. So let me see. Let me keep going, because I have a lot of songs here, and I want to play them all. So the next song is a brand new song again. It's called Ghost in the Machine. I wrote it a couple of weeks back. And it's a heavy song, of course, with a lot of progressive, kind of things going back and forward. And it's a typical song that I write with a really lowish guitar riff, on the low E or the A string. By the way, white guitar today, Antoine. That's the white month, which is almost over now. And so this is Ghost in the Machine. I'm gonna play the song. Yeah, that was Ghost in the Machine. A brand new song. Let me see some questions. Antoine is asking, everything sounds great. Thank you very much for the feedback. It's really important because every time we play live, things work and then they don't work and they work again and then suddenly something is missing and stuff. So far so good. Thank you very much for the feedback. What gear are you using? Well, I'm using an A-string guitar, as you can see. And the story of this guitar is kind of long, so I'm gonna keep it for after the encore because we're gonna wrap it up on YouTube later on. But the gear I'm using is just the guitar inside the Ampero, which you know exactly how it feels like. And then inside new Yamaha mixer with 4 inputs, which is, of course, a digital audio interface. So I try to keep stuff simple comparing to the latest couple of times I had lives because I had a lot of technical issues being just the one guy working in the studio at this time. So I tend to have everything more simple in order to have everything under control. And of course, A-string guitar with EMG pickups. I'm going to tell you why later on. But please remind me that because probably I will think about something else along the way. So, but let me see. The next song is a completely brand new song. It's not released still. We are, by the way, at the time of the encore on stages, so we still have 20 minutes. Okay, so I can still talk a little bit if it's okay for you guys. So this song is called. So far, I think it's going to be called Act 4 at this point, but probably later on we're going to work out the title because this song is done together with Aina. She has been together with me playing a couple of lives before. And before Christmas, she came in the studio because she wanted to work on a new song. And this song was, she had been improvising some parts home. And she was like, okay, I would like to do those kind of takes in your studio. And then you're going to build an arrangement over that. So she came in the studio, and I thought about the easiest way to record, to start working on the song. It was to start with a click. So she played the whole improvisation on a click, just saxophone, and that's it. No chords, no drone, nothing. And then, of course, I had to kind of find my guitar parts under the saxophone, and then, of course, build the whole arrangement. And everything works out exactly like if we knew what we were doing, but we had no idea at that time. But the result is this one. I'm going to play the song. The song is, it's kind of finished. It's not mixed completely because it's going to be released probably in the next 10 days or so. And so I still have to work out a couple of things, a couple of details. I want to thank Evan, because I could loan his I could borrow his amp 5150, a new 5153, the EVH one, and the sound was of course incredible. I'm a big fan of 5150, as you probably know, Antoine, and a lot of people who know me since the beginning, basically. But still, I'm gonna play the song now. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep speaking until the end of the session. So this is Act 4, let's call it like this. So far is a brand new song. So new that I have no idea how it goes. So that was Act 4 with the one and only Aina. And basically, we're thinking to do a live together. The next time I'm gonna have a live is gonna be with her probably, and I'm thinking about a couple of other things I'm gonna do during the summer. So probably I'm gonna do songwriting masterclass, which is a more technical thing more for musicians and stuff. I already did that privately with some other people before, and I'm thinking to do. Thank you very much. To do another one pretty soon. So the next live is gonna be probably a workshop or a live with Aina, and we're gonna play all the songs that we wrote together, plus a lot of improvisation and stuff like that. Evan says, awesome song. Thank you very much. Yeah, it sounds like a song right now. In the beginning, it was just like a really abstract thing, and then we kind of worked it out together. Everything in the studio, we never really kind of played together the song. We're gonna do that in the future probably, and when we open up, we're gonna play live again. And yeah, so let me see how we're going with time. The final chord was 6. Yeah, 6. Yeah, I love it. Thank you very much, Antoine. That's a diminished chord. I do a lot of diminished stuff. So because why? Yeah, just because I can probably. No, I love that shit. It really sounds really like. I like the sound of that. I like the way it sounds with the distortion and all this stuff. Even when I was playing, when I did all the albums with arcade and stuff, you were always finding all the diminished stuff here and there. Even if the kind of music was kind of different compared to the one I play as a solo artist. So, yeah, we have a lot of time. So I'm gonna play an old song. I'm gonna change guitar now. So Antoine, please remind me later on to talk about this guitar because it has a really peculiar story behind. I'm gonna change guitar. I'm gonna go for an old guitar of mine, which is tuned in standard because all the songs I played now they are in drop E A. So I'm gonna change to standard F sharp for some old songs. By the way, how are you doing, guys? Everything good? I hope you had a great weekend. Tomorrow is national celebration here in Norway. It's the National Day, so it's gonna be a big, not a really big party because of course, the restrictions and stuff. Especially in those weeks, we had a lot of restriction. But we're gonna do our best to celebrate in safety in order not to spread the virus along the fjords of Norway. Yeah, so tomorrow is going to be vacation for me. So it's great because in the last few weeks I have been working kind of a lot, as I usually do. But anyways, the next song is an old song. I mean, yeah, kind of old. From I probably wrote that around 2010 and released that in 2012 in an EP called Codex Magica. The song is called Fusion Core. And I had the idea of making this song because it's a long story, but making long story short, I was asked to do something more fusion in a way. And since I'm not a fusion guitar player by all means, I tried to do that. And what came out was probably I don't know, something different compared to what I usually do, especially because it was the first time I had a saxophone player in my songs. That saxophone player is Andre Kassin, who is a local guy from Skien, the place where I live. Great jazz musician, and he came in the studio and he just improvised some jazz patterns all over the song, and it's one of my favorite songs. So. Of course, it was a long time ago, so the production was not exactly where it is today. But that's the beauty of it. It's almost like all the time like a snapshot of who you were at that time in a way. So it was when I just started to work in the studio and here in Norway, and the studio was new and I had a lot of new gear to figure it out and stuff like that. But the groove is there, and that's the most important thing. On the drums, Magnus Notset, who is a drummer from Tønsberg, which is a town about 50 miles from here. Probably 30 miles, yeah. 50 kilometers, let's say like this. Okay, but anyways, the song is called Fusion Core. Yeah, and that was Fusion Core. So let me see. On Stageit.com, we still have 3 minutes to go. So I'm going to start this song. And then we wrap it up on YouTube after we are done on Stageit. So I'm going to write my YouTube channel, the website, I mean the URL of the YouTube channel. So you can check it out. And you can move from Stageit to YouTube, so we can wrap it up there. We can have some extra time together. Like we can talk a little bit. And I can play some more music and stuff. Let me type it down, okay? So you can check it out. So the address is youtube.com, Dimitri677. I think it's that one. Sometimes I get kind of confused. There is also another one. But anyways, if you don't find that, you just type my name. You have my name there, so and you're gonna find me. So yeah, Antoine, thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, well, it's kind of really difficult to remember. Antoine, it's kind of really difficult to remember. Watch question mark V and stuff. Yeah, thank you very much. Anyways, so that's the video, of course. This song, I don't know why on stage we wrap it up always on that song. It's not really planned. This song is great. It's a really old song. It's the first instrumental song I wrote, okay? I'm going to start. I'm going to see you in about 1.5, 2 minutes on YouTube anyways. And we're gonna keep it from there. We're going to take it from there, okay? welcome to YouTube. To everybody who were before on Stage It. Yeah. So, let me read some comments. And now we take it easy because we don't have a time limit. So, it's still pretty early to go to sleep. So, I hope you are all, you're not tired. Let me see. Let me check the questions. This is a great question. Actually, I wanted to stop playing the song and answer to the question. So, the first question is the story behind the white A string. All right. All right, which is not this one. I'm going to take it back. Hold on. Yeah, so the story behind this guitar. Well, this actually has been a really important guitar for me, even if I almost never used that. But the story goes back to 2018. Okay, you remember those days that we were going out and play a lot of music, not caring about social distance and stuff. 2018. I was for some reason I made it to China it was actually the third time I was in China on tour, but that was a longer tour. I have been in China in that period for 3.5 weeks, which is a lot. It's a lot. And I've been touring all over the place. The tour was organized by Hot Tone Audio, or better, actually, Valiton, which is the second brand of Hot Tone. Okay, so basically it's the same company. It's more almost like Gibson and Epiphone, or Fender and Squier. So was organized by Valiton together with another company, a Chinese company, which was actually the distributor of Valiton, which was called Convey Music, I believe. And at that time, I was together with another company. I was playing another company guitar. Okay, I was together with I was endorsed by another company, and so the point was that I had to, of course, play that guitar. But they asked me if I could play some songs with their guitar, which is a Cleven. That's the brand, actually, Cleven guitars. I think they stopped the production now. The company is out of business. Has been out of business for the last year and something. And I say, yeah, but as the Hot Tone guys know, I play A-string guitar and 7-string, because before, to be an A-string guy, I was a 7-string guy, a 7-string guitar player. So they said, okay, we're gonna make an A-string then, so you can play at least a couple of songs with our guitar. So they asked me all the specs and stuff, and I was at that time I didn't really know all the stuff that I know now about guitars and stuff. So, but I knew that if you don't know which kind of amps you're gonna use for a tour, in which condition you're gonna tour and stuff like that, you want to have some pickups like EMG pickups, because at least you get some kind of standard of gain, and you get that edge of the active pickups. Even if in my life I played sometimes with shitty amps, and I always had with me a guitar with the active pickups that I was using in those circumstances, in order to get more sound, to get more sustain and stuff like that, comparing to some passive pickups. What I mean is, of course, you need the right amp and the right guitar. But if you don't have the right amp, at least you need to be able to have some preamplification before you get into the input of the amp. That's what I mean. And in that case, I got it. So actually, I say, okay, use the EMG pickups, and then They had this model. It was a 7 string. They had the 7 string model exactly the same, and I said, yeah, the way it looks great. At that time I was also playing a Schecter guitar sometimes. I have a couple of Schecters, and have been an Ibanez guy for a long time. So, that's the right shape for a guitar. In my opinion. I mean, that's according to my taste. Let's say like this. So basically, they started making this guitar, but at the end of the day, they didn't manage to do it for the tour. So I kept playing my A-string guitar, which I got it from the brand I was working for before, and I played a couple of songs with their 7-string guitar. So I had to try out the guitar, and I liked it because the way that they are built, those guitars are built, is really solid and stuff. And then they completed the guitar. So after probably 8 months, they sent me the guitar. But in first place, the agreement was that we were going to sell this guitar. But then the company went out of business, and of course, they didn't have the chance to do it. And at the same time, I started to think about making my own guitar and my own brand and stuff like that. So that was a good way to just experiment a little bit with the signature guitar, which came out pretty good. Of course, I had to adapt a little bit my playing to that because, even if I told them my specifications and stuff, it's not exactly like I imagined the guitar, because when you work out the prototype and stuff, you always need to be aware that when you get the first prototype, you're gonna change some stuff and then send the guitar back. They're gonna do some modifications and stuff like that. So as we did with my signature guitar. And by the way, the 6-string guitar, the signature 6-string guitar is almost ready. They had they finished that, and then I was not really satisfied by the painting, so I sent it. I didn't really send it back. I said, let's check a little bit the painting, because I want not only that it sounds great, but it looks really good. So they are repainting that. The point was this guitar. So yeah, there is this story. I don't know if it's an exciting story or not, but every time you wait for a guitar to come is always exciting, in my opinion. And every guitar has its own history behind. And when you pick up a guitar, or when I pick a guitar up, I always think about all the things that happened in that period of time where I was playing the guitar as my main instrument. And the second question is, how and why did you start playing a string 8B, probably 8-string guitar? Yeah. Well, I have been a 7-string guy for a long time. So from the beginning of 2000, when all the American bands came out with those great albums, like the first Korn album, the first Fear Factory album, and even like a lot of really heavy stuff like Morbid Angel was played on a 7-string. And even if now I'm becoming older and I'm playing more melodic stuff, at that time I was really into this heavy stuff. So for me, it was pretty obvious that I had to move from the 6-string when I was a kid, from the 6-string to the 7-string, and I played the 7-string guitar for at least like 15 years, And then a great album of Meshuggah came out, which is called Nothing, and it was the first time that the A-string guitar, I believe it was the first time that an A-string guitar was played in a metal record, And the time that I heard that great riff, which of course everything is unconnected, but the Stanga riff, I was like, wow, this is awesome. I absolutely need to move to the A-string guitar. But still, it took a little bit of time because I didn't really want to just I didn't really want to play the A-string guitar as a 6-string guitar plus 2 strings. I really wanted to kind of study the instrument in a proper way. So it was just in 2014 that I started to play the A-string guitar. It took a long time. It was really way more difficult to switch from the 7 to the 8 comparing to from the 6 to the 7 string guitar. So yeah, and still nowadays, when I play the six-string guitar, I'm like, oh man, this is so easy to do it. But it's not, of course, it's not easy. But what I mean, it's easier. You have two extra strings to take care. So they are always ringing. You always need to stop those strings. It helps to use sometimes the fret wrap when I'm gonna play some regular funky chords or jazz chords. But it's always like a little bit a pain in the ass to have an A-string guitar. But still, that's the way we roll. That's what we like. So next question, still Antoine. So it's that guitar that started the whole working on a signature guitar journey. Yes, actually it was that was the beginning. Yeah, the beginning of the end. No, that was the beginning. I always thought about doing that back in the day. When I was playing the seven-string guitar, I never really played headless guitars, but I was at the music college, and I remember that it was really popular to play the Steinberger guitars, and I was like, I wish there was a Steinberger which was a seven-string guitar. Like this, I could actually play what I play on a headless guitar. And then I never really thought about that anymore. And then, but going back to the signature guitar stuff. That was the beginning, and I really looked forward to have somebody who wanted to work with me on a guitar. And they wanted to absolutely build a guitar for me. Even if in the beginning I told them, the guys from Clement, but I'm working with another company right now, so I'm not thinking about changing, And they were, but we are gonna build a guitar for you in order to say thank you very much for coming to China and play your music, and you can just use it as a practicing, instrument at home, So it was actually the first thing. It was a present, and then I started to talk about that I really wanted to make my signature model and stuff like that, and we started to plan stuff that never happened because the company went out of business not long time after that, probably 1 year after, in 2019-ish, they went out of business. Now, I talked for probably 20 minutes. So it's time to play something. Let's change the guitar again. So if you have other questions, please ask. I will be happy to answer. I like to talk anyway. I'm going to talk anyway, so. Unfortunately, for some reasons, I cannot really see the comments on Facebook. So if anybody wrote something on Facebook, I'm gonna answer later on with a message. So the next song is a new song. It's called Inspiria. It was released just 1 week ago. And I'm gonna play the song. Let me check if everything is alright. Of course it's not. It's important to use the cable if you wanna play rock and roll. Yeah. Can you hear me now? Let me tune a little bit. If you have other questions, please. All right. Inspiria. Yeah, that was Inspiria, brand new song. You can find it on Spotify and of course iTunes and all those kind of stuff. And just released 1 week ago. And the next one is gonna be an old song instead, which I love to play. It's one of my favorite, and it's called "Immortal Portrait." And that's this version is featuring Laurent Bernadac, who is a violinist from France, and who knows me has seen me playing with Laurent many times. We have been to Norway on tour in 2019. We have been playing the NAM show many times and Frankfurt Music Messe many times. In 2019 on the main stage, and we played in Shanghai together in China in 2019, in the autumn of 2019. So this is coming from this version is coming from the live album we did in 2019, which is called, of course, Live in Norway, and was recorded during our tour. We have been playing here in Shen. We have been playing in. We played in Kristiansand and a lot of different places. So this is Immortal Portrait. So we just take it easy now. It's gonna be a slow song, really melodic, with a lot of piano and stuff, and violin, of course. Yeah, so that was Immortal Portrait. Let me tune my guitar. Wow. Something went wrong with the B string. That's the beauty of it, right? Let me show off some comments. Thank you so much. I appreciate. So, basically, after this point, at this point, this is line stream number 17, which is probably number 20 something, because I did some stream here and there on Stages and other website before. Some events were private. So I'm gonna keep doing this for a while until we go back to normal, if we will ever go back to normal. And I'm gonna keep writing music and basically doing everything that I had done in the last 28 years now. A long time. I started to play the guitar in 93. I know that Antoine is gonna come up with some stuff now. Anyways, the next song, it's called "The Mirror," and it's a song that I wrote. Yeah, where I had actually there are some guests in that song. That's what I mean. And yes, yeah, in a way I wrote it because I knew that those guests they were playing. So there is the great one and only Marco Miniman on drums, and Jürgen Munkeby playing the saxophone. So as you can see in my music, there is a lot of saxophone for some reasons. And also on bass, there is Alfonso. One second. There is Alfonso Pascarella, who is a bass player from Italy and from Rome. He did a great job with the fretless bass. Really inspired by Steve DiGiorgio kind of stuff, but of course we see with his own taste and style. Yeah, I kind of in Italy we say I know my chickens. Now, don't get offended with chicken, because the chicken is a great animal. So I'm gonna play "The Mirror" now. Okay, so the song goes like this. It's gonna be a really challenging song. It's still a challenging song. There is a lot of strange rhythms and some shred and some improvisation, which is always the question mark. The improvisation is always like, how do I feel that day? But today I kind of feel really good. So let's see how it goes. I'm sorry if I laugh sometimes, but I get some comments, and sometimes they are kind of funny. And that was The Mirror, taken from my latest album, which is called The Silent Watcher, which was released at the end of 2018, right after the Chinese tour, which has been basically my favorite tour so far. So I hope I'm gonna be able to do that again. We were supposed to do a tour together, me and Laurent, in 2020, so last year, but of course has been postponed so far. And their immigration rules in China are pretty strict, so I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. But we hope we can go there and play that music of ours, that we really like. And me and Laurent, we have been writing new music. The last single has been released at the end of 2020, and I played a couple of times live. And might be that in the future we also do a live together, a live stream or something. We have a long list of songs that we usually play together. Everything was born and started out with just regular improvisation, and then concert after concert we kind of build up a repertoire that we have nowadays. And you can check out the live in Norway. There are more or less like 12 songs, some covers, rearranged. He has more like jazz influences, comparing to me a more like, of course, a rock guitar player, even if I like a lot of different kind of music. And but that has nothing to do with the song that I just played, which is The Mirror, with Marco Miniman on drums, Jürgen Munkeby on saxophone, and Alfonso Pascarella on bass. Now, we're going to wrap it up, because this is the last song. We hit the one and a half hour so far. It's been a pleasure again to play for you guys, and I can't wait to the next time, which is going to be around in the next 4 weeks. It might be live together with Aina, playing those symphonic songs that we wrote together. It might be like something more educational, like songwriting masterclass or something like that. I'm going to figure it out and then post it on the social media in the next couple of weeks, let's say. So the next song is a brand new song. I probably played that in some previous live streaming and in the winter. And the song has been written, it's around October or something, And still at the demo stage, so needs to be revisited a little bit. Let me see if I find it here. Yep. All right. I'm basically done. So, let me see. Now everything is starting again from the top. I can't do it. Not at this age, not at this time. So, yeah, thank you very much for, showing up. And thank you very much for the donations, both on Stage It and on YouTube, Facebook, and show for me. Basically, tomorrow I'm gonna have some kind of day off, and then I'm gonna work on some videos and some new music, which is gonna be released probably the next week or so, and working out a new live in the next month, and maybe something more educational like a workshop, songwriting workshop and stuff like that, and then of course, we'll see how it goes and we take it from there. And probably something's gonna happen in Sweden in the summer, as some people here on YouTube know. And hopefully something is gonna happen as well in the autumn. So stay tuned. Again, thank you very much for showing up and for supporting me. And thank you very much for the donations. And I always have a great time playing for you guys. And I look forward to the next time. So stay tuned. See you the next time. Thank you very much. Cheers.